good afternoon. I am Tim Morrison. I'm the host of Right Here, Right Now, which is one of 34 shows on Business Radio X in Atlanta. And for this segment of our show, we have, let's hope I say this all right, it's Holly Hutcher-Shamir.
Correct.
Oh, man, we did it good. And then there's good old Terri Stark. That one I can handle.
Hey, Tim.
I am so glad to have you both here. You together co-wrote the Quantum Olympics with the subtitle, Human Beings Transforming to Live as Holy Beings in the 21st Century. Now, as an editor, I know that W does not belong there with the H-O-L-Y, but you did it anyway, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Because
we came up with whole plus holy equals holy being. We created an equation for the human being that we believe is...
And that's a good answer. I figured that out, but I wanted to hear it directly from you. Now, I'm looking at the back cover, and what I like about your book is you did it good. When I work with my clients to get them to write, I say the first thing you got to do is write a 150-word synopsis so you know where you're going. You may have written yours when you were done so you knew where you went, but right away it says it's a cutting-edge, instructive book that is designed to be supportive and holistic for living in the 21st century. We know. It's your turn to talk. Tell me about this. Why do people need this book?
Well, as human beings, we're evolving and we're changing. And technology is a big part of what's causing us to evolve and causing us as a species to evolve. So we felt like that we want to continue to evolve as human beings, mindful of what matters to us in life and making sure that we know how to put that into the action of our life every day.
Okay.
So on our business cards, we're advocates for unlimited human potential because Holly and I believe that everyone has that potential within them, and we want to help everyone find it and express that in every layer and level and part of their life.
So what's your professional backgrounds, your business? Naturopathic practitioner. Which one's claiming that one? Terri?
I am Holly. I'm the naturopathic practitioner.
I have a doctorate in naturopathy.
Well, we have a lot to talk about.
So we have.
I'm a non-traditional naturopathic.
We like those even better. We like those even better. And Terri, what about you?
Well, my background is in feng shui. I'm a feng shui practitioner and organizer, soul coach. So all energy-based, all seeing all those levels of life.
Isn't that exciting? Really?
I think so.
Did you see my wife's smile when you said feng shui?
Oh, I didn't see
that.
it. Nice.
No, she's a firm believer in that. But
then again, that's that holistic piece because Terri looks at the physical and the environment and how that reflects in someone's life. And I look at inside someone's body because I do a lot of different body work. And I understand exactly what's happening in their body because their body tells me. So we combine the power of the two. And that also supports holistic, another word we created, and that's with a W.
And I like what you're saying there. It's all, and you're focused and you're grounded in your sense of the spiritual or the universe. As I saw glancing through the book, I'm a Reiki master, and I've studied with shamans, so I have a greater sense of that naturopathic work. How do you practice your naturopathy? How do you use, both of you actually, how do you use in your profession your Quantum Olympics book?
Well, a lot of times when people walk through my door, and Terri can speak for how she deals with her clients, but I know a lot of what's going on in their bodies is a reflection of their life on levels beyond the physical. It could be even biogenetic coding. I have to be equipped to be able to meet whomever walks through my door with a skill or an integration of skills that help them welcome themselves, a piece of themselves home where they have understanding of what's happening on whatever layer level so that they can heal and fulfill what matters to them or have an understanding. Until you have understanding, whether, and that sometimes is partnering the subconscious and the conscious mind, it's hard to move forward.
Okay. And your turn, Terri.
Well, when Holly and I met, we really expanded each other's perspectives because, as she said, I work with my feng shui clients, showing and teaching them how their outer environment is a reflection of their inner environment and how to work with that to bring into their life that which they want. And Holly does that same thing. She taught me that within my body, all my body systems were connected and also a reflection of what was going on in my life. So we both heard through our practices, even though they were different, that people were really yearning to know themselves more deeply and to live a life that has meaning and to make a difference in the world, really, Tim.
And I agree wholeheartedly with those concepts. As a writing coach, I know how people struggle to write a book alone. You guys wrote a book together. And you're still friends, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are.
If you'd share some of the struggles and the joys of writing a book together.
Well, the thing that got us through, at least from my perspective, I won't speak for Holly, but we realized early on that, we both have a strong voice. And when we could work and weave those two voices together, the work was so much better than we could have done individually. And I think that was the thing that got us through because we knew what we were working for.
And I would add that we had the invisible inside of our beings, and we both facilitated bringing that invisible that we knew so well in our soul through to the visible world, so that what made it visible for both of us as advocates for each other and our work was to make it visible in words on paper, and then to take those words and make sure that every single one had meaning, that it was nourishing, that there wasn't an extra word or extra writing that wasn't clear and concise and fulfilling that.
I like what you're saying, because that's one of the struggles I often have with beginning writers is somehow or other they become enamored of every word they put on the page, and that can really get in your way. You've got to cut and shape. And so what was the toughest thing for you? Maybe there wasn't, but there's got to be something. If we were on TV, you'd see them both looking at each other, smiling. I'm awaiting the answer now.
Timing, because we learned through the process of writing the book that when the guidance and the words were going to come together, they flowed very beautifully. But when the guidance wasn't coming through and we couldn't write anything, we'd struggle. We'd spend hours and hours, racking our brains, and we didn't create good work. So I would say timing, understanding the voice that guided us, and then being patient to know that everything was going to come together at the right time versus wanting. We would have had the book done 2 years before it was done. But
okay, that's the point. How long did it take you to write it?
Well, it was about 4.5 years.
Okay,
and which was a struggle in itself because we wanted to be done sooner, but we had to go step by step as we were led.
I understand.
So we had to, kind of give that control up a little bit and really trust.
What I hear in that are a couple of things that I want to lift up. First off, writing a book is not necessarily sit down, write, be done with it, and out the door in about 3 months, 6 months. It can take longer.
Yeah.
The young girl.
Amen.
Yeah, the young girl that Vanessa interviewed on the previous segment, I heard her say she wrote her book in 9 days, and I can understand that. It was a different kind of book, and that would be appropriate there. But sometimes it takes a year, 2, 3, however long. One lady I interviewed earlier today took 9 years. So I want to stress that you were fast compared to her. The other piece that I find significant is that you were conscious of letting it flow. If you ran into a block, you didn't panic. You let the block go away and come back. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, and our at the end of the book, we have our one heart prayer for the world. That came out in 10 minutes.
That can happen.
And that's the part that we're building the foundation, our foundation from. So, in that being said, yes, you let the process run its course and you trust. As Terri said, we had to learn how to trust. But that one heart prayer, which is one of the platforms for so much of what we're going to do going forward, took 10 minutes.
Wow. So there are those short moments, right?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
That's great. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to share your contact information. What's the best way for people to be in touch with you, to get your book, to maybe engage you in the services that you offer?
I think through our website is the very best because all of our contact information is on there, and you can also order the book. So that is www.oneheartconnection.com.
And the title of the book?
The Quantum Olympics.
And let's do that one more time for people who are slow of writing.
It's oneheartconnection.com, and the name of the book is The Quantum Olympics.
Well, Holly and Terri, I thank you for being this part of our show today. This is Tim Morrison. I am the host of Right Here, Right Now.
Thank you so much.